Coming up next, Brawl News, number 121. There ain't no excuse for it. There ain't no explanation. We're doing it anyway, though. And we're going to talk about, Nick Diaz and Anderson Silva.
It's about time.
And why it'd be swell if they beat the hell out of each other in a ring. Also, we're going to talk about Dana White wanting to retire a couple of MMA fighters. And we're going to wrap it up with me going to my happy place thinking about Ronda Rousey.
But Bo doesn't shut up.
All that, yeah, he won't shut up, but I go there anyway. All that and more coming right up.
She's hot.
Thanks.
Here at Alternate Reality, all new comics are 15% off every day for everybody. That's right, all my new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. All you got to do is stop in here and pick it up anytime during the 7 days that book is new. So be sure to stop off here at Alternate Reality and pick up this week's new comics for 15% off all the time, only at Alternate Reality.
And to think, all this started over a batch of fresh-baked sugar cookies. It's time for BRAWL'N, who's a comic book man, and Bo.
You know when they replace missing thumbs with big toes? Radical. BRAWL'N News, episode 121. Breakfast of Bruised Krispies.
Fight! 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 Hi, folks. Comic Book Man
He
here.
is so
Welcome
violent.
once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Well, you already said it's fight news, so
Fight News.
Brawl'N.
BRAWL'N News.
We're brawling.
BRAWL'N News, which is coming to you from this place, Alternate
We're
Reality,
crawling.
which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, Alternate Reality, where all my new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. This is going
What?
to be an MMA.
When does this start?
All the time. This
So
is
they're brawling to get in
only
here.
for 18 years. This is going to be an MMA edition of BRAWL'N News, and the first story we've got up involves Nick Diaz and Sylvia Anderson. Anderson Silva, whatever.
Anderson Silva will wrap you up in a pretzel and snap your head off like a twig.
I'd like to see it.
There's no chance in hell that we'll ever see Nick Diaz and Anderson Silva have a super fight because...
Or popping my head off.
Well, that might happen. Anderson's pretty violent.
Yeah.
Because the weight difference between the two is so good, so Silva could never cut down to Diaz's weight, and there's no way in hell Diaz could get up to Silva's weight. So it'll never
I'll
happen.
show 'em how.
Even though fans, well, yeah, unless Anderson gets really, really sick and goes to Brazil and gets Brazilian night fever or something.
Meningitis.
That fight's not going to happen. We will probably see the Anderson Silva Georges St. Pierre fight because that's probably going to happen in Cowboy Stadium in 2013. That's the
So
fight.
get a good seat for that one.
Well, yeah, you have great seats because the place is huge.
They bring binoculars. Two little guys in the middle of the place fighting.
Would we see it if you got the trots?
Yes. And they got that big hole in the sky because they said God's looking down at me. And the Cowboys fans always said that. I was like, that's the biggest load of crap I've ever seen in my life. There's a hole in your stadium, it's rough, so that God can watch your team play. He's God. He's got the best seats in the house. Why does he need to look through the
Plus
roof?
he's a Cardinals fan.
I assumed the hole was there so God could pee into it easier. But
If you look, if you see the way the Bears treated them, they might as well have.
God's urinal.
God's urinal. There you go.
God's
there
urinal.
you go. Dana White.
What about him?
He wants somebody to retire in
wants
the
two
worst
people to
way.
retire.
He wants a couple of somebodies to retire in
Mitt
the worst
Romney.
way.
He wants Forrest Griffin and Matt Hughes to retire because he says neither one of them have anything to prove. They both have made a buttload of money. Hughes is actually, we could probably leave the store and go visit Hughes because he's in the next state running his farm. And Forrest Griffin is actually quite sociable and friendly and has written a couple books. He says, they got nothing to prove. They got nobody to fight. And so why are you guys still fighting? I mean, he's not telling them to just get the hell out and you have to leave and go somewhere else. And if they say they want to fight again, he's cool with it. But he doesn't think they have a reason to.
That's too bad. That's too bad to see a career end like that.
Well, it's not ended.
It's like Liam Neeson doesn't have
wants
another
it to
reason
end.
to
He
make
wants
another
He
movie.
wants him to end, but they can get jobs like Chuck Liddell and as goodwill ambassadors and show up. and
Guys,
tour.
the world always needs ditch diggers.
Have you seen the size of Matt Hughes' ranch? He doesn't need to be digging any ditches. That thing is the size of this block.
And our last story up involves Strikeforce, Chris Cyborg Santos, and Ronda Rousey.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey would like to fight Chris Cyborg Santos, who's currently on suspension for failing her steroid test. In fact, the last time that Rousey fought, she actually told the guy, I'll fight your ass in the parking lot. I don't care. Bring your butt here. The problem with all that is that
Not very
There's
lazy.
a problem.
the problem is that Santos says she cannot healthily cut down to 145 pounds to fight, and that's the division she's in. And she goes, Rousey, when you went to the Olympics and you won a medal in judo, you were 145 pounds. So why don't you come up to our weight? And so they kind of had an impasse. But Dana White said, look, This is a super fight. This is a fight that guys would pay to see, and guys are big fans of Ronda Rousey. She's become mainstream. So this fight's probably going to happen when, of course, Cyborg comes off suspension for, you know, drinking.
Are you allowed to punch her in the boob?
Yes, you are allowed to punch her in the boob. Most of these MMA female fighters, they don't have boobs. They're very small.
Well, who needs them?
And Rousey does most of her stuff. She does her arm bars. I mean, her fights have lasted like 5 to 10 seconds. She, you know, you swing, you hit. She grabs you in an arm bar. She wraps you up, and she's like, "Well, you can either give up or I'll break your freaking arm." What are you gonna do?
The chick who was in the movie, what was her name?
Gina Carano is actually working as an actress now. So she's never going to come back and fight. She's going to be in the lead in a female Expendables film.
Wake up! What? Oh, well, I was in my happy place. What?
Well, we're done. He's done sleeping. We're talking about
coming
fight.
up next is Ronda
There's nothing
Rousey.
left.
Ronda Rousey and Chris Cyborg Santos.
And she's named Rowdy Ronda Rousey because she's a big fan of Roddy Piper.
Oh, are we done?
Yes, we're done.
Oh, I'm going back to my happy place. Okay, so that's it. We're done. We're finished right here.
My God, she's gonna make you tap out.
That would be great.
Yeah, he's been tapped
I
out
forgot. He probably liked that. Because she's kind of attractive.
That's it. Oh, gee whiz.
Cyborg, not so much. But Rousey's hot.
Oh, if she's attractive, forget it. I wouldn't like her.
All she do is punch you in the face.
Rousey was nude on the cover of ESPN. Man, that was. Woo.
That's it. We're done. Finished right here. Website. Go.
Sarah, no fighting, Sarah. Don't do it.
www.milesinitreality.com. It's a recipe for disaster.
So go to the store's website. Check out all the news that Bo sends me that I post up. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo.
Saying...
Rousey's cool.
A nice dignified conclusion.
Happy place. Bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.